Is there a new Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, United States axis taking shape? And if it is, what does that mean for India? Should New Delhi be worried? Let's just first lay this out for you. Last Friday, the Pakistan military announced that its Chief of General Staff held high-level meetings with Saudi Arabia's top military leadership in Riyadh. On agenda was expanding cooperation under the defense strategic framework between the two countries. And this meeting did not just happen in isolation. It comes just weeks after Pakistan and Saudi Arabia, remember, signed a NATO-type joint defense security pact, a pact that says an attack on one country will be treated as an attack on both. That agreement, signed in September, locks in decades of security cooperation from intelligence sharing and counter-terrorism to regional stability mechanisms between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia. According to the Pakistan military statement, the Riyadh meetings focused on strengthening bilateral defense cooperation, enhancing interoperability, and advancing joint work under the new strategic defense agreement. The ISPR says both sides reaffirm their commitment to deepen ties, contribute to regional stability, and boost self-reliance in defense capabilities. In fact, a special session of the Pakistan-Saudi Bilateral Defense Industrial Forum was also held in Riyadh. This was led by Raza on the Pakistani side and by Khalid Al-Bayari, Saudi Arabia's Assistant Minister of Defense for Executive Affairs. Now, it is being reported that Raza reiterated Pakistan's support for capacity building of the Saudi Defense Forces. And all of this is happening as the Saudi Crown Prince visits the United States. Today, in fact, a trip that many see as part of the tightening security alignment between Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, and the United States, which immediately raises a big question. Could both Saudi Arabia and Pakistan become Washington's key points for monitoring Iran? There's also the question of what such a triangular security understanding would mean for India. The Crown Prince's visit is expected to further anchor the US-Saudi partnership, even as Saudi Arabia continues its decades-long military ties with Pakistan. And according to analysts, these tracks could eventually intersect around their shared rivalry with Iran. The visit, in fact, could also see major Saudi investments being finalized in the US economy. President Trump has already hinted that F-35 fighter jets and other advanced American weapon systems could be on offer for Riyadh. Talks are also ongoing over a Saudi civilian nuclear program, along with cooperation in artificial intelligence, energy infrastructure, and the semiconductor supply chain. Washington is simultaneously pushing for Saudi-Israel normalization under the Abraham Accords framework, a process already well underway across much of the Gulf. Meanwhile, the Saudi-Pakistan relationship took a significant leap in September with that strategic mutual defense agreement. The timing also is very crucial here, coming right after heightened India-Pakistan tensions and Operation Sindoor, which, remember, was India's response to the Pahalgam terror attack. The pact's Article 5-like language, treating an attack on one as an attack on both, has already raised eyebrows in New Delhi. As far as Saudi Arabia is concerned, it faces continued threats from the Houthis in Yemen and also seeks to counter Iran's regional influence. Pakistan, on its part, provides manpower, training, military support to terror groups operating on its soil. And then there are persistent reports, denied but not dismissed, that Pakistan's nuclear capabilities could one day be leveraged to bolster Saudi deterrence if Riyadh's relationship with Washington were ever to fray. All of this has generated quiet concern in India. After all, Pakistan is the terror exporter of the world. Adding to these concerns is Trump's renewed interest in Pakistan? Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and the Army Chief, General Asim Munir, were recently in Washington, remember, focused on counter-terrorism cooperation and reviving military-to-military engagement. It shows that the U.S., despite its knowledge of the Pakistan terror factories, is still interested, it seems, in keeping a working relationship with Islamabad, and that should definitely be of concern to New Delhi. The one agenda in which Pakistan, Saudi Arabia and the US are all aligned is Iran. Despite the Saudi-Iran detente that followed the 2023 agreement brokered by China, the two remain strategic adversaries divided by deep-rooted sectarian, geopolitical and ideological differences. Iran's ballistic missile arsenal, its nuclear program, and the activities of Iranian-backed groups across the region are regarded by Saudi Arabia as long-term security challenges. And as far as Pakistan is concerned, it has had a troubled history with Iran, involving border instability, sectarian militancy, rivalry in Afghanistan, and mutual accusations of supporting militant actors. Although Pakistan maintains formal diplomatic ties with Tehran, its strategic alignment with Saudi Arabia is much stronger. As things stand at the moment, India faces a quickly changing and more complex regional environment, with Pakistan and Saudi Arabia, it seems, strengthening their ties with Washington. Yes, of course, India retains both the political and economic influence, but New Delhi will be watching these developments closely. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.